Alrighty, so there's this show called Atheist Experience, and this isn't a religious video, but this person said something that is it annoyed the hell out of me. So I just want to go over it. Here we go.
I don't want to. You're not funny. Bye.
Also, just throwing that out there, not all vagina havers are female.
That's right.
And not everyone who uses she, her pronouns has a vagina. So.
Exactly.
All right, so to recap that, she said not all vagina havers are female, and not all people who use she, her pronouns are female or some shit like that. And it's just like, are you fucking serious? And then he confirmed it with, yep, whatever the fuck he said. Are you serious? So there are some people who have dicks that are female. There are some people who have vaginas that are male. I don't understand why this is such a. How the fuck is anatomy this difficult? Simple anatomy. How the fuck can I be female? Please explain to me. Because I just want to. Just because I want to. I'm gonna skip right to the comments. Alright, so I skip right to the comments where they talk about it. And this person says the gender identity issue is also one does not have an absolute answer. To say not all people with vaginas are women on a scientific level is false. But on a societal one, it is based on society. Don't you think it is people reaching? I mean, if I am born very unathletic and I do things to make me seem more athletic, like take steroids and get fake trophies, I am just lying and saying that I am. Some things with someone trying to change their natural born gender. Do you believe your body, life, family, and the ground you get to walk on, a gift or something else? If you believe in it is something else, then what do you believe it is then? I don't want to go into that one. But while I'm looking for these, it's just when they say sex and gender have nothing to do with each other, that's like saying you can be a male woman, right? Now, if you're somebody who believes in this stuff, please explain to me how that works. Explain to me how I can be a male, but at the same time be a woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and when and let's think about this, and this might get into situations that people don't want to talk about, but you literally eliminate, with that thought, you eliminate homosexuality. You eliminate it. And what I mean is, if there's no such thing as gender, right? I mean, if there's a such thing as gender, but it's very flippity floppity and all that shit, and whatever your role is, and blah blah blah, then by that, then if two men lay with each other, whichever one is being penetrated would then be the woman, right? So he's not doing that to a man, right? So by the fact that you want to say that you can flip it and switch it and all that stuff, no pun intended, homosexuality really isn't even a thing anymore. Or did I just find a loophole that they were creating? All right. Let's go to this comment. Not all vaginas havers are female. This is literally one of the defining physical attributes of a biological female. I love the show and admire the desire to preserve facts and truth, but I feel you're being dishonest with this scenario. Your emotions are interfering with basic conclusive facts. And then Jason Cat says, so of the opinion that a male to female trans person who has reconstructive surgery to give them what amounts to a vaginal opening is still a male? Think carefully, because both possible answers present a problem for you. No, they don't. Because I'm pretty sure where this person is going to go with it is saying, okay, so if there's still a male, even though they have a vaginal opening, then by default you are admitting that men can have vaginas. Now, if we, all right, I guess I'm not going to have to do a little bit of editing, but anyway. And I think they talk about it. I looked briefly earlier, but to say that a vagina that is made by a doctor somewhere is equivalent to a vagina of someone that was, I really don't think they operate the same. I really don't. If you look at these documentaries and TV shows and all that, they have a lot of trouble just even getting the material to make it. They cannot copy the function. And even after you abandon the genital area, we're talking everything else that you need to do. In another video I made where I think it's called Dating Transsexuals, I think. I forget exactly the name, but I talk about how the guy at my job, he's a cross-dresser and stuff. And there's little things that when you see him, even if you don't know, if you like see him not just at a glance, you can clearly tell that he's still a man. His back, you can tell by the back that a man is a man. And and so on and so forth. So it's not simply because you dug a hole there, now all of a sudden it's a vagina and you're a woman. We gotta, like, seriously. If that's all it took, then why do you need all the clothes? Why do you need all the makeup? Why do you need all the hair? Why do you try to change so much about it if all you need is one particular thing? Then they get into a little DNA. I'll put this video in the description so all of you who want to go read it yourselves without commentary can. Or I'm going to go try to find some more. Female, of or denoting the sex that can bear offspring or produce eggs, distinguished biologically by the production of gametes, if I said that right, which can be fertilized by male gametes, if I said that right. I thought this was an honest show. And I think I might look into another one and then that'll be it. But they're referring to the gender female, not the biological definition of female. Exercise some critical thinking. That's not critical thinking. That's just flat out ignoring and making shit up. Because to say it's not the gender female, well, the female is referring to sex, right? And then woman would be the gender, right? So that's not critical thinking. That's literally just changing shit. Sex and gender is not the same thing. Listen. It is. It fucking is. Only until literally like a few years ago that all of a sudden gender and sex were not synonymous with each other. Only until then. But prior to, absolutely, gender, and whenever you thought female, you thought woman. But all of a sudden, it's not the same. And this is where, to anybody who supports this, or if you are this, like transgender and stuff, this is where it really gets annoying, and I start to understand why people are so infuriated with you. Because you can't just do you. You can't just be you. Everybody has to, I don't know, give you a cookie, applause, some shit, and they have to play the game with you. They have to participate in some shit you want to do. This is where it gets annoying. This is where it starts to impede on other people. I'm not telling everybody to pretend I'm a professional basketball player. I just act up scenarios when I'm shooting around by myself. I don't imagine how annoying that would be if I told you to call me whatever the fuck my NBA made up nickname would be. That's incredibly fucking stupid. If you would stop oppressing them and denying them the rights everyone else has, then there wouldn't be a problem, now would there? What rights don't you have? What rights don't humans have human rights, correct? So what right wouldn't a transgender person have? I'm not sure if it is, but I heard you can go back and even change your legal, like, born assigned, quote unquote, sex. So literally, what fucking right don't you have? What about gender dysphoric people? What the fuck about them? Those people are like 1 in 8 million, and you really want to count them? This argument is not for an exception. You don't argue for the exception. You don't argue for the exception. Right, because there's only 2 possibilities. Why are you being dishonest? What other possibilities are there? Let's find one more. If I can. Shit. Alrighty then. Well, I guess I can't find any more, but so I'll sign out. Put your opinion in the description box. I mean the comment section. Like the video. Be right, not positive. And I'm out.